Hey everyone, welcome to a new Let's Play. This is Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver to be exact, and I have been wanting to play this for quite some time, and now I get the opportunity by bringing you the remastered Soul Reaver 1 and 2, and we're going to start obviously with Soul Reaver 1, and this is the third game, I repeat, third game in the Legacy of Kain saga. Now, might seem strange going for the third game, but there's a reason why. I think this is probably the first inkling that most people, if not near enough everybody, will have with Legacy of Kain. The first two games, chronologically, the very first game, very few people have actually played, I think, and the second game actually came out a few years after Soul Reaver. So chronologically, you have Blood Omen, Blood Omen 2, Soul Reaver, Soul Reaver 2, and then Legacy of Kain, Defiance at the end. Now, the reason I'm playing this first, as I said before, is because I think this will be most people's first foray into the Legacy of Kain. And I do plan, if this does well, to play Blood Omen 1, Blood Omen 2, Soul Reaver 1, Soul Reaver 2, and Defiance. I'm going to play the whole series if this does well. Now, the reason I'm playing this first as well is because it's the first game I played as a kid. And I think it's one of the best written stories ever. Genuinely, I cannot praise this game's story enough. Genuinely. I think it is absolute genius, and I think it's absolute theatre. Now, I'm bringing you the remastered version, of course, as I said before, and you can change the graphics on the fly, just like with the Tomb Raider, remasters as well. And we're going to be starting a brand new game. I have played about an hour of this game just to see if it works properly. It does. It looks great. And every time something happens where there is a cinema scene or or someone speaking, I am gonna shut up because I want you guys to experience the story either firsthand, or I want you to experience it repeated. So why don't we all just enjoy the opening cutscene, which is probably one of the most iconic cutscenes in video game history. Enjoy.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead.
Cast him in.
Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Kain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver, my angel of death.
Tony J there doing an amazing job as the Elder God. Wow, look at this. This looks incredible. And of course you can switch graphics anytime you fancy back to the classic, but we're going to stick with the remastered graphics for now. One of the newest additions actually is the attendance of a compass, which is super helpful.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
And it works remarkably well. It really does. One thing that I love about this game is its tutorial. Like, it is so good at introducing all of the mechanics very early on, and it does so in a way that is safe, so you can try them out. Love it.
You are weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
So yes, we no longer have the bloodthirst of a vampire, we have a soul thirst. And you'll notice at the bottom right there is our health meter. And we've still yet to see one of the main aspects of this game, but we are going to be changing the world around us quite regularly, so keep an eye on it. But yeah, you are allowed to try all the mechanics out in a safe environment before the game really gets going. Only then will it ask you to start combining
Your
things.
wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
Great, so we can't fly because, as you saw, we had our wings ripped off. How brutal was that, by the way? And but we can use them to glide, which is great for a slow descent.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Stua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
Nasty. I do love as well, like, do you notice that the game has introduced a potential combat to us, but is letting us do it from a safe vantage of letting us observe. Yeah, it's not a truly difficult combat system, or not a deep one at the very least. It is literally just dodge and attack, nothing complicated. But you'll notice this is not a combat game, this is a puzzle game. And there are some elements within the game that will define that over the course of the next 6 to 8 hours.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
And thus introduces the most unique aspect of this game. This is your spell menu, and as you can see, we only have one spell at the moment.
Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
We are now in the physical realm. That means we've shifted from being a ghoul from the spectral realm into being a physical manifestation in the real world. Now, lots of puzzles and combats in this game will be determined by whether we are in the spectral or the physical realm, and the world will physically alter around us, and that will become a thing, believe me. Also, whilst we are in the physical realm, our health will drain constantly.
You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
So yeah, if that ever drops to 0, we'll be forced back to the spectral realm wherever we are. And we can sustain it by feeding on enemies' souls.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood?
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I love that line. Do you suppose time stood still? Ooh, what's that down there? For you, Raziel, it's like, oh, so good.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Now you'll notice that you cannot win any fight in this game with brute strength.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
You never ever win with just brute force. Even a boss battle is the same. It's always the same. You have to work out how to destroy your enemies. Now there will be a point in the game where it'll become less obvious. More obvious how you can do that, but
your physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
But you can always usually find a way of destroying things. Now we have to get up there. Now remember, guys, I played this game as a kid a lot, so I do remember quite a bit about this game. But there is a point where my knowledge starts to falter. Look at that, straight up. Oh, these S corridors, by the way, these are hidden loading screens, or they were in the original game at the very least.
My God! The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
So because of Kain, that's why the world is the way it is. Now, one of the most important aspects of this game, having the coolest spear. Pull the spear off the wall. Now, there's a hidden, well, not a hidden sneak mechanic, but there is definitely a sneaking mechanic. If you aim from a distance away and an enemy doesn't know it's coming, they will get impaled instantly, and it's a straight death. Pretty cool. There we go. I also love that they put in a marker to show where you can pick things up from. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, look, all the clan markings, including Raziel's. Look at that. It's just upside down. And if we go back to standard graphics, see what I mean? Like, it's not aged badly. It's actually aged very well. Now, we can't progress that way, so we need to go this way. There we go. Come on, little soul, get into my face. Ta very much. Oh. This is like how you do a remaster, by the way, guys. This is it. This is such a love letter to everything to do with Soul Reaver. Now, before we go that way, there is a semi-hidden compartment here. Now that symbol, what it means is that we have one of those gates around the corner. So let's go activate it, because now we can teleport between the starting area and this area. All you have to do is walk through the gate on the selected glyph that you want. But we don't want to be doing that yet, because we don't need to. So let's head back out. But yeah, no, this game is like one of the first games where I realised, like, games could be more than games. They could be almost cinematic. Whoa, you were dead, my friend. Just look at this. Wow.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss. My tomb and the womb of my rebirth. Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
Nice ass. So this becomes a bit of a hub to get your bearings, but you don't need to worry about your bearings too much in this version of the game because you have a map. It doesn't give you spoilers, but it does give you some fantastic pointers on what to do and where things might be. So let's go. Let's see what happens to Raziel's clan in these centuries we haven't been present. Oh, that track. We heard part of this track during the intro sequence. It's called Azama Drasham, and it is probably one of the most iconic video game tracks ever. The original was actually created by the Information Society, and it is phenomenal.
My once proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
I see you. Yeah, it's used a lot in these games. Damn it. Because I picked the spear up before draining his soul, I brought him back to life. Here we go, there's another gate door here, so let's go check that out. So good. So good. It's used repeatedly as well throughout the games. From Soul Reaver 1 onwards, it's used a lot as Raziel and Kain's themes. Actually, just make sure, yeah, it's 31 way out. So yeah, I was saying about games being cinematic. Like, when this came out, and me and my dad played this a lot, which I know I say that a lot on this channel, but we did, and we enjoyed it so much. Like, the theatre of it is incredible. The writing is so good. And like, it's not very often you get a set of actors that, admittedly, they said themselves, I believe, during an interview, that they don't play video games very much themselves. Okay, I think that soul's a goner. Oh, is that it? There we go. And yet, they took this game super seriously because it was written so well. Aha. I'd like to pick this up, please. Alright, through the door I go then, I guess. See ya. I have a stick. Oh, is it because I'm holding something? Yeah, it's because I was holding something. The force Raziel must use on that spear to get the blunt side through a vampire's chest is actually quite unreal. Whoa! I hope you'll enjoy this story, guys, because I genuinely think this story is incredible. It is such a good story, and you know what? Sometimes you just need a good story. Oh, coolest spear. I need it. There we go. You just need a good story with a good guy, a bad guy, and a story that doesn't overstay its welcome too long.
I didn't recognize these flayed racks of flesh.
Ugh.
Their scent was vampiric. They gnawed upon their victim's carcass like dogs.
Looks like we've got a new enemy type. You're next, sunshine. And you know what? Once in a while, I might switch back to the. God, they really did do a number on him, didn't they? Jeez. Yeah, from time to time, we will switch back to the classic graphics just to remind ourselves where this game came from. Oh, hidden mechanic here, guys. I didn't realize this until I watched a YouTuber do a video on this. If you attack humans like this, something will change in the next hours of the game. And if you don't attack them, there's a hidden sort of faction mechanic
this
within.
charnel house bore the unmistakable marks of Melchiah's clan. To what depths had our dynasty plummeted if these ghouls were the descendants of my high-born brother? Were they so debased as to recruit fledglings from the desiccated corpses here interred?
There is a hidden faction. Whoa. There's a hidden faction system within this game. That's what I'm trying to say. No, I don't want to do that. Where's my spear gone? Oh, it's there. Okay, a block. That means there we go, up there. We will explore the absolute limits of what block puzzles can be in this game as well, trust me. They really like their block puzzles. High jump.
My brother Melchiah was made last, and therefore received the poorest portion of Kain's gift. Although immortal, his soul could not sustain the flesh, which retained much of its previous human frailty. This weakness, it seemed, was passed on to his offspring. Their fragile skins barely contained the underlying decay.
Ah, so the offspring. take on the weaknesses and strengths of their masters. And Melchiah is one of the vampire lieutenants, by the sound of it. He's one of Raziel's family, I guess? One of his brothers? I mean, he didn't miss neck day. Oh, I suppose we could have got him to go in there, couldn't we? Never mind. Now, there are some exploration portions to this game where you will find goodies if you explore well. But I'm not going to be able to find everything, so don't stress at me if I can't find everything, guys. I'll do my best. There is a new collectibles icon in the map, which is awesome. That does help, and I've been told that it actually does work area to area, not... it's not like all this happening there are in the world. So, aha, now remember this. Now we have to come back here later because that is way too high to climb even with that block. So, oh, lots of... Oof. That was close. That could have ended very badly. That was very nearly a one-way trip back to the spectral realm. Oh, I love that as well. If you try and do the lethal blow whilst they're still like not stunned, they won't. They'll dodge it every time, more or less. But yeah, we went into the water and we lost a lot of health there, and very quickly, I may add. These monsters are great. Oh, Jesus, okay. Now, guys, what I'm going to do is try and get the first area done. This is Melchiah's clan area, and I want to try and get this done in this episode for you, if I can. Now, this is where, actually, one of the additions to the game was actually quite well received, for me at least. In this room, you wouldn't know what to do. However, because the hint's there, watch this. See how things change?
Beware, Raziel. These wraiths are vampire spirits, fettered too long in the spectral realm. When their vampire natures adapt to this plane, they become eaters of souls. Do not allow these spirits to re-inhabit their corpses.
Now, because we're in the spectral realm, obviously, the spear has no bearing. So it just floats there. When we re-enter the material realm, it should fall to the floor. But yeah, remember I said that the world will warp at times when we are in a different realm. This is exactly what I'm talking about. There you go. I just heard the spear drop to the floor. Right, let's head over here. Now, I think we're going to see a new mechanic here with the blocks. Again, seeing it in a safe environment so that we can see it. There we go. Nice little satisfying click. Now if we go in here, and see these two platforms left and right. We need to make one of them rise and one of them fall. To do that, we need to not do that. Okay. I bet you it won't flip over those little ravines. I bet you we've got to... Let's try it, but I've got a funny feeling I know what to do here. I don't think we can flip it over these little cliffs here. No, we can't. Which means, I think, yeah, we have to push it down there and move it across. But of course, you can guarantee it's going to be lay baddie. Oh, why are you sparkly, sir? Damn it. There we go. Okay, where did that block fall down? It's over there. I think we've got to push it up those stairs. Whoa! Alright, that's what the mounds of flesh meant. Oh, when Raziel's life is low, you see that little pulse that goes through his body? You can feel that in the controller. That's amazing. I'm still super impressed what the PS5 can do with the haptics, but my lord, it's just incredible. I do also believe that that animation of him pulling the lock is sped up. From the original, I mean. Hello. Oh, sorry, do you not have the ability to jump? Oh well, sucks for you. Sucks to be you. There we go. And that will allow me access back to here, but I'll have to go back to the Spectral Realm to get up these steps. Let's drain that soul. There we go. Love the subtle music shift as well. Really cool. Now I believe... yeah. There we go. Now, let's leave the physical realm so this doesn't change. One of the simpler puzzles in the game, but again, remember this is a puzzle game, not a combat game. It's a puzzle game with combat in it, not the other way around. Oh, no, we don't want to be here, because if we go on the, platform in physical, we will end up shifting it. Oh, oof, okay. Okay. So there's no big souls around, but that's okay. Oh, there is. Okay. But even if there isn't, you can maneuver the little souls into yourself as well, and that will refill your health slowly. We've got 2 blocks here. We've got key blocks this time. Fine. Not too difficult. Oh, okay, we've got to push one off. There we go. That's one. Now we're going to have to manipulate this one, I think, because it's not the right way around. There we go. Straightforward. There we go, nothing too tricky. Now, I will recap the story in some areas, but I want you to experience this as it was intended. Oh, there's one of those shiny things right over there, but we can't get it right now. Let's push this down, because this, if you remember, is back here. See? Now, if we bring this over and flip it, I think that's where we needed it as well. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, that's way too high. We would not have been able to get up there without this second block. Razio, where did you get that ass? So happy to be playing Soul Reaver again, guys. I really, really am so happy. No. I can only grapple your enemies for so long. There's the water you go. I'll be having that soul, thank you very much indeed. There we go. Where are you? I still love the fact that we've been able to practice all of these mechanics, like, in safe environments, and then we've been able to actually use them in combat like this. We've seen everything already, more or less. It's actually a very straightforward game, it's just there's a lot in it, if that makes sense. Ah, remember this as well from the good old days. God, the graphics really don't change much. Like, it stands as a testament to how good the game was in the first place. And speaking of good, a better spear. There's a lever, which does nothing. And there's a switch right behind us as well. Let's go and investigate. Give me the spear. I'll feed on your friend first and then I'll deal with you again. I love how the music just fits the mood, like, so so well. Aha, we have a bit of a puzzle here. It's not much of a puzzle, but it's a puzzle nonetheless. So that won't do anything because we haven't activated anything yet. There's another switch over here, I believe. There it is. And that will activate the gears. And then we go back over to the switch and activate everything. I thought we could get all the way around. Never mind. I do find it interesting as well that they're saying that, well, Raziel's been saying that Melchiah's weakness is all about flesh weakness, and yet he's filled his entire charnel house with machinery. Just an interesting observation, that's all. There's a thing on the other side, yeah, thank God for that. Also, some of his minions, you'll notice there are little bits of metal on them as well, or it looks like there is at least. Just an interesting observation. You'll notice this with pretty much all the enemies in this game. They all take after their masters, but in other aspects, not just what their abilities are, but also their environment as well. It's very, very, very well portrayed throughout the game. Okay. So it looks like we're lowering this level by level. Okay. Ooh. Nice little graphical hint. We all know graphical hints are my thing. But this sounds quite industrial, to me at least. And obviously the area we're in is very industrial. Now that's where we need to go, but we can't go there just yet. We've got a couple more little things to do. I remember this as well. So basically, I think what we're doing is basically burning the support pillars around that elevator. And we have to do it a few times. 4 would be the video game number, right? It's usually 3 or 4. 3 for enemies, 4 for puzzles. If you do want to see me do more with Soul Reaver, by the way, and potentially want to see me do the rest of the series in the future, because I am fully committed to doing it, if you want to see it, let me know in the comments, and it super helps me out as well. So, winner, winner. Souls for dinner. Now I'm pushing these right to the edge because I've got a funny feeling it might be important later. I remember bits of this game. I certainly remember this. It's quite iconic, but I don't remember everything. That should be number 4. Well, that was loud. Yes, we have to get these on their respective switches, I think. go. Nice little satisfying click. Everybody likes a satisfying click to start their day. This should open the way up to the next major story area as well. So this is where that gate was. I'm pretty sure it should be open now. Ugh.
Show yourself, creature.
Do you not recognize me, brother? Am I so changed?
Melchiah?
Yes, brother. You should have stayed where the Master sent you, Raziel. You will find Nosgoth less pleasant than you remember.
What has become of my clan? Answer me, little brother, or I will beat an answer from your horrid lips.
Everyone is afraid, sibling. You awake to a world of fear. These times of change are so unsettling. Do you think I feel no revulsion for this form? Do you believe for a moment that our Lord would risk his empire upon an upstart inheritance?
Enough riddles. What are you saying?
You are the last to die.
Oh, Melchiah. Now, this guy you cannot beat in a physical fight, but that is okay because remember, we aren't beating anyone in a physical fight. We need to think. Now, this one is actually quite interesting. You have to lure him into one of these gates. Let him come under. Over here, dum-dum. And then drop it on him. I was a little early there. You gotta be careful as well, because if you're too early, he'll phase through. That's his power. He's been able to phase through gates and insubstantial barriers, basically. I can feel it on the controller. I can literally feel him getting closer. I hate the way that his legs are the legs that are on the end of his legs are basically like moving like toes. It's just look. Ooh, and there he is in non-HD graphics. Now we've got to lure him into the middle with his phase, and that should get him in. There we go. And then activate this switch.
Tell me, Melchiah, where can I find Kain?
The Master is beyond your reach, Raziel. He makes himself known when he sees fit, not when commanded.
Oh, well, this is gonna be grisly.
I'm released.
That was gruesome.
You have done well, Raziel.
Am I reduced to this? A ghoul? A fratricide?
Elevated, Raziel, not reduced. Consuming Melchiah's soul has endowed you with a new gift. Insubstantial barriers such as these are no impediment to you in the spectral realm. Will yourself to pass through, and you shall.
Very good. Now, there's a line here I love as well. It's the, answer me, little brother, or I will beat an answer from your horrid lips. That is such... Is at that point you know Raziel is just a badass. Now, we need to leave, and we can't because this gate was slammed down on our entry, which was rude. So let's go back to the spectral realm, and through we can go. How cool is that?
Return to the sanctuary of the clans, Raziel. Melchiah's soul has endowed you with the means to gain entry. Beware, however. This hollow derelict is abandoned, but not uninhabited.
Ah, damn it. However, that was not on purpose, but it does mean we can do this.
These artifacts enhance your stamina, enabling you to prolong your material manifestation. Gather 5 to complete the emblem, and thereby augment your strength.
Oh, there you go. That was not on purpose, but happy accidents, right? Oh, what's in here? Whoa. Guessing I've got to be in the, Oh, I think I know what this is. This is the hidden magic system, or part of it anyway. You do not need to interact with the magic system at all to complete this game. But the spells help. I can't believe we found this, but completely by accident. Nice. Now, I do believe that face is actually a reference to a Blood Omen
Once
character.
acquired, these glyphs empower you with elemental lore. Each spell exacts a sacrifice of energy, however. Use them sparingly and wisely.
There we go. Cool. I'll go in here, or I will do when I get back to the material realm, and I will head back to the Sanctuary of the Clans. Thank you very much indeed, guys, for joining me for Soul Reaver. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will join you for more very soon, I hope. You take care of yourselves, and I will see you again. Bye-bye for now. Have a great rest of your day.